Hey you guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel. And today's reading is about the messages from the prophet. As you can see, this is the book The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. He's one of the great English philosopher and writer, and he has written many poetries and books and essays. He's one of the great writer and philosopher I can think of. And the book talks about a man's journey, Al-Mustafa, who has lived in the foreign city of Orphalese for 12 years. And now he's leaving that place, and then he is stopped by those people and asked some questions about love, marriage, children, and other things. So I totally recommend this book to read. Reading this book was like meditation, and you will get your many answers just by reading some parts of the book. So today's messages are from the prophet, Paigambar. Hindi mein we call it Paigambar. And as you can see, I have made 4 piles, and the piles are on love, on marriage, on pain, and on time. The messages are handwritten, and it is taken from the very book, The Prophet, and then we will see the messages from the tarot cards. And the messages also could be from whoever you believes in. If you believe in some other gods or some divine or some universal power, and so the messages can be from there. It's your belief, whatever and in whichever you believe. So you can pause the video, and these are general messages, may or may not resonate with everybody, but as I always say, there is something for everybody. And do like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. So we're gonna start with the first pile, which is the love. So I'll see you with the pile number 1. Hey to all of you who chose the pile on love. So let's see what the prophet has to say for you guys. For even as love crowns you, so shall he crucify you. Even as he is for your growth, so is he for your pruning. Love possesses not, nor would it be possessed, for love is sufficient unto love. Love has no other desire but to fulfill itself. So these are some messages and lines from the book The Prophet about love. The way I see it, this talk about that love is a beautiful pain. It has both aspects to it. It's good and it's bad. It will give you some beautiful experiences and some of the worst experiences of your life. And the best part of this is that having the both experiences is worthy. You can't just always expect your love relationship to be always into the honeymoon phase. It will have its ups and downs, and as he talks about, like, love crowns you and it crucifies you also. And even if it helps you in your growth, so does your pruning also. And I think it's one of the wisest word you can hear about love. Love possesses not would it be possessed. Here Gibran talks about the unconditional love. You know, when we are in a relationship, we want to possess that person, but he talks about that, if you want to possess a flower, you will pluck it and keep it with you, but if you actually love that flower, you'll water it. And this is what Gibran talks about. It talks about not to possess it, but to love it unconditionally. For love is sufficient unto love. Love has no other desire but to fulfill itself. So these are the messages from the Prophet about love. Now we'll see what are the cards for you guys. I'm gonna keep it aside. So let's see your tarot cards. The Chariot, 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, Temperance, 9 of Swords reverse, 3 of Swords reverse. So let me first adjust the cards. I hope you can see these cards. So as you can see, the reading was on love, and the cards that have come out, they are mostly on the love relationship. So as you can see, the card we have is 3 of Swords. So maybe some of you have a very some kind of breakup or some heartbreak in the past, and but it came reverse. So maybe you are getting out of that heartbreak, and we also have 9 of Swords reverse. Maybe there were many sleepless nights that you had after your heartbreak, and you were not able to sleep properly, and the overthinking kind of messed up with your head. You were thinking about just how did it happen and why did it happen to me. And sorry, the video was cut down in the between. So I was talking about, maybe you had gone through a very severe heartbreak in the past, and you have been quite in depression or anxiety, and you were not able to sleep at night. And the messages that I'm getting here is, it talks, Temperance card came for you guys. So it talks about patience. Maybe because the 3 of Swords came in reverse, maybe now you are coming out of that energy, and if you haven't been coming out of that energy, it's time that you should come out of it. And maybe you are, you want some kind of happy union with somebody, and the universe is saying that patience is the key here. You will get out of those hurt feelings and those bad memories of you very soon, but you have to be patient about it. And soon there will be someone in your life who will be willing to give you equal love and equal there will be equal passion between you two. The person could be from the past, but as I always say, but maybe this, what I can see, maybe this is a new relationship that will come into your life, and it will heal that heartbreak that happened to you guys. And I see it coming very soon, because the Chariot card came, and it is a forward energy. Your love life will start moving forward, and you will have this happy union and this happy companionship with that partner. Maybe those who chose this pile are some, hopelessly romantic people, and they are the people who believes in those love fairy tales and those movies, those romanticized scenarios, and the universe is saying you will have that in your life. Even if you didn't have it in your past and you've been heartbroken by somebody, you will come out of this phase and you will enter this phase of your life. It's weird that the cards came just like the message that if love crowns you, so shall it crucifies you. If it has given you something bad, it will give you something good, and that is life. We often talk about that life is not fair, why does this happen to me? And so this is the teaching that this is life and these things happen, and you're not the only one. Those who go through these pains and breakups, there are billions of people out there who every day face these heartbreaks and come out of it. So the good part is that you're gonna come out of it sooner or later, and you will have that your happy union with somebody, and it's gonna last. It's gonna last. It's gonna end into a huge commitment, and you both will be happy. It is also a marriage card. You might get married to this new person that is coming into your life. And these are the messages for pile 1. And I also want to say that till then, if you are into waiting, then you should stop waiting and you should start working on yourself. You should come out of this energy as soon as you come out of this energy, and you develop that patience, that I'm gonna wait for the right person to come into my life. I'm just not gonna jump from one relationship to another relationship. I'm gonna work on myself, and I'm gonna love myself, and I'm gonna wait for the genuine and some loyal and some equally giving partner into my life. So the universe is saying wait and watch, and you will be happy, and you will be very happy. And these are the messages for pile 1, those who choose on love. And if you really like the messages by the Gibran, you can read his book, The Prophet. These are only few lines from the book. And if you want to choose another pile and get some more wisdom, so you can choose as you like. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. I hope you take care of yourself, love yourself, care for yourself, and keep rocking. Bye bye. So those who chose pile 2 on marriage, these are the messages from Gibran for you. Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make no bond of love. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Sing and dance together, be joyous, but let each other one of you be alone. So as you can see, the Prophet is talking about that even you want to be when you are in a relationship or in a marriage, you want to be with that person all the time. You want to do everything together. But here he talks about giving each other space, And even we are biologically programmed to be into companionship, but he talks about having that me time. And in a way he talks about that if you want to be together, but you don't want to be together with somebody too much, that it becomes toxic for you. And you can help in each other's growth, you can provide for each other, but don't give too much that you're taking from yourself. Like, you can fill each other's cup, but don't pour from your cup. Let your cup be filled first. So it talks about, in a way, it talks about having that self-love for yourself, and giving that space to the other person where he or she can love themselves also. And it talks about giving space, just you don't have to be always together and do things together all the time. Let the other person have their own space and own time. Let him or her do his own things also. If you be too clingy to somebody, the person is gonna get irritated sometimes, and this will be not good for the relationship or union. So these are some messages from the prophet. You can interpret it in your own way, but that's my interpretation. And so let's see what the tarot cards have to say to you guys. Eight of Swords reverse, Knight of Cups, the Devil, Three of Cups reverse, Six of Swords, the Tower, Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So let me adjust first so you can see all the cards. So pile 2, the first card that came for you guys was Eight of Swords in reverse. These cards always talk about some kind of mental blockage. It talks about the overthinking that we do in our minds and messed up with our minds, and we fear some situation so much that the situation probably is not that dangerous, but we think about it so badly that we kind of ruin our physical and mental health. But it came in reverse. Maybe you guys are coming out of this block energy. You have been into your head so much that it's time that you come out of that overthinking, and that just being in your head all the time, that illusions, that dreaminess. It also talks about the daydreaming about something too much but not taking any actions. But the universe is calling you that please come out of that headspace and start working on something that you want. And maybe you guys are waiting for some kind of, I don't know, some kind of proposal or some kind of offer from somebody, and the offer will come. But first, there are some things that you have to learn. It will take some time. Okay, so the Tower came for you guys. Maybe there was some bad past where you had your foundation completely broken. What I am picking up is that maybe you are some people who get too attached to somebody very easily. You're a giver, some kind of giver, and when you're in a love relationship or any kind of other friendships, you are somebody who wanna be with that person all the time. The devil card talks about the negative passion for other person, and the being possessive and clingy. It's opposite of the Lover's card. You see this, they are chained by their desires, and the lovers, they are not changed. It talks about the unconditional love for each other. They are not tied down, they are not codependent on each other. But this energy, maybe you are some people who become so codependent on your partner that the universe is telling you that if you want a happy union, a happy partnership, this happy marriage, it talks about a happy marriage, you must come out of the devil. You must learn your lessons, that like the Gibran talks, that you must learn to be someone who gives space and time to other person. And I'm also seeing, because that you are somebody who is not loving yourself right now enough, and you are not enjoying your life. You are walking away from enjoyments. Maybe your friends calls you to just come and have fun and have a talk, but you refuse that. So you are not loving yourself, guys. Sorry, the video was cut down. So what I am saying, that you need to come out of this devil energy and enter into this lover's energy, okay, where there are no bonds, no chains, but just unconditional love. And for you to come into that partnership, that love relationship, you must first learn to be happy in your own company. Nine of Cups talks about someone who is happy being alone. He doesn't require anybody. He's just having fun in his own company. He's enjoying his me time, and enjoying your me time is very important, like the message said. And when you see, when you enjoy yourself, you will start enjoying your partnership also. Otherwise, if you're gonna be very clingy, this energy will only give you this anxiety and pain and mental blockage. And then you're gonna think yourself that why I'm such a giver. I've been taking care of other person. I've been giving him or her so much time and so much attention, so much love, but why I am getting this? The universe is saying that because you're not loving yourself. You have to love yourself. There's a message that came into my mind so strongly, that maybe you are some people, even if you're doing something important, if the person call come, you will just leave everything and that you will attend that call. And the universe is telling you that let first finish your work. You don't have to keep your phone all the time with yourself, that waiting for the person to call, like now he's gonna call, she's gonna call me. And just do your work and just focus on yourself. Love yourself first. I always say this in every reading. And when you will come into this energy, you will come out of this energy and you will come into this loving yourself energy, and you will reject this codependency and come into this unconditional love. You will attract your all-time lover, your one and only partner, and you will be very happy into that union. Don't be too clingy, and Just focus on what matters to you first. Fill your cup first and then pour into another. Pour from the saucer. It's a Chinese saying that first fill your cup and then pour from the saucer. You don't have to pour from your cup. So like the message said, that be together but not too together that you suffocate the other person. And have your friends. It's very important to have your own friends. If you are someone who get attached to your partner's friend so much and you want to be with them all the time, like you want to impress them, and not giving time to your friends and your life, it's gonna end badly. It's very important to have your own life, your own friends, your own hobbies, your own passions. Your own time is very important. And when you have that and you give the space to the other person to have him also, that you will see the union is on another level. Otherwise it's just a karmic kind of bond where you hurt yourself and you restrict your partner also. You're not having fun yourself and you restrict the other person for him or her for not having fun in his life or her life also. So these are the messages. And if you're in a marriage, it is clearly talking about giving the person space. Just give. I think it's very important, not to the other person, but giving yourself that me time, focusing your health, doing some yoga, maybe learning some new kind of hobby. You will find that you've been investing time into wrong things. You have been investing time into overthinking and giving too much of yourself that other person is not yet ready to accept that kind of love or energy. You must give that energy and love to yourself, your body, your mind, your aura, your space. Give that to yourself and just wait how the things will change around you. That's it. These are the messages for those who chose on marriage. And if you want to read, these are only few messages, few lines from the book. And if you want to read the book, please buy the book. It's a very, very it's like the wisest book you can read about life. So I hope you got what you're looking for in this reading, and if you didn't, you can choose another pile. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Like, share and subscribe. Do take care of yourself and have that me time. See you. Hey you guys, those who chose the pile on pain, so these are the messages of the prophet for you. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Much of your pain is self-chosen. It is the bitter portion by which the physician within you heals your sick self. Therefore, trust the physician. Drink his remedy in silence and tranquility. So, what I get from this is that Gibran is talking about the necessity of pain and heartbreak in life. The pain is very important for your clarity, and it opens the other dimensions of your life. It acts as a catalyst for transformation. And so it talks about that much of your pain is self-chosen. We choose the situations in our life. It's our decision whether it's end up good or bad for us. And if it ends into something painful, then it is also important, because the pain is something that unlocks that wisdom that is already in you, and you must suffer and go through that painful incidents in order to unlock that wisdom. And you will see, when you go through the pain, and you will realize that when you come out of that, and you will be coming out as much stronger and wiser person than you were before. So it's very important to welcome the pain with open arms, and it's a remarkable force for transformation and for your growth. So it is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self. It's like that. The pain is very important part of the life, and it comes for your higher healing. Even now you're suffering, but there will be times when you will be thankful that period of pain came into your life, and it made you stronger and wiser and more enlightened. So these are the messages from the gibran. You can interpret in your own ways, but that is my interpretation, and I'll see you. Let's see what are the cards for you guys. Okay, the Hermit, Ten of Wands, the Strength reverse, Death, Ten of Swords reverse, the Moon, the Magician, the Sun reverse. Let's first adjust the cards. So the first card that came is the Hermit. Hermit talks about introspection, going inside and finding those answers from within you, becoming an introvert, and just having this inner world and seeking those answers in yourself. And as you can see, the person here shown is very old, and he's very wise. He's having a lamp which is guiding him further. So it's going inside and having that aha moment, then that the answer that you've been looking for, they were always inside me. Like the messages talks that unlocking the wisdom that is already within you. As you can see, the background is grayish, so this person is not really happy. It talks about something very gloomy, but he is contemplating, and he's getting wiser from all the pain that he is suffering. Maybe you are someone who's facing so much of burden in your life, and there are so much responsibilities in your life, and you just you feel like you don't have the strength to fulfill all that responsibilities and all those goals. Maybe some kind of, in your relationship, you have some kind of emotional baggages with you, but the thing is that it's gonna end. That it talks about the transformation. It's a Scorpion card. Whatever pain, whatever you are going through, it will end. And the Ten of Swords came into reverse. Maybe you are someone who is into depression, or some kind of period where you feel like you have lost everything, but it came in reverse. So the good news is that you are coming out of it, and pain will end soon, and the only thing you have to do is going inside, meditating, and finding the answer in yourself. And just the Moon card talks about the hidden emotions that you have. Maybe you are someone who is blocking some kind of emotions, you're not sharing with people, and this is the reason for your sleepless nights also. When we suppress something, it directly goes into our subconscious mind, and our subconscious is like a recorder. It records everything from our from our birth to the death, and it doesn't forget anything. It's like if you met someone 10 years ago, and you will have dream of that person, and it stores everything. And if you suppress your feelings in your some kind of negative, maybe you are going through some kind of negative phase of your life, and if you are gonna suppress it, not talk to anybody, or even it's time that you talk to yourself also, and being be more accepting about what is going on with you. If you have some kind of heartbreak or some feelings for somebody, it's time that you accept that. You don't have to act on it, but at least you have to accept it. Accept your emotions. Maybe you are someone who are going to mood swings, and you're hating yourself, like, why I'm having these kind of feelings or emotions, and the universe is saying that you just have to accept it. We are human beings, and we have all kind of biological processes going inside of ourselves, and these leads to some kind of emotions, and there is nothing wrong in having emotions. And emotions are something that makes us human, and you need to go on a self journey right now. You just, if you're coming out of relationship, just don't jump into another relationship. If you had a bad career right now, you just need to spend some, read some books, get some wise advice from somebody. The somebody is actually showing is to be you. You have all the answers, so you have to find your answer inside. Just go inside and quiet your mind. It's high time that you should quiet your mind and let your emotions come on the surface now, and then accept them. And when you will accept them, the things will start getting better. I'm also getting a magician card here, so you have everything. When you will contemplate and go inside and find out those answers, the universe is saying that you have everything. You have the wand, you have the pentacle, you have every talent, every gift, every potential to actually turn your life and be happy. Sun card also remain reversed, so maybe you're someone who need to get in touch with your inner child. Okay, you might get wise and all, you can be an intellectual person, and you might read all these books and all those knowledge you can gain, but it's very important to be connected to that child inside of yourself. Maybe you're someone who have some childhood issues, so maybe your emotions are a result of how you were brought up by your parents, and the first 3 years that are very essential for a child growth. So maybe you need to look into that first. If you're someone who is angry at your parents, and like they haven't paid much attention, or they haven't been there for you, and they haven't accepted who you are, it's time that you forgive them. And it happens not only to you. There are many people out there who don't even have that parental support, that emotional support. And as soon as you find those answers, you will see that you have the power to manifest that happiness that you desire. If you've been someone who's been into pain so much, like the message said, that pain is very important for the transformation. So the transformation will happen. It will take time. You need to learn some lessons, and some doing some introspection, and using the power of manifestation. Just writing some good thoughts, sending some good messages to the universe and to yourself. Writing some kind of like journals, and using the law of attraction. Maybe you are someone whose life has taught you so many things, and the survivor vibe is coming out of this. You are some kind of survivor. That it's a scorpion card. Scorpions are the survivors. They have the most painful mental endings in their life, and they are crushed, like they have these near death experiences in their life, but they are survivors, and they don't accept. They're so that and that's so what's the word I'm looking, so strong and so passionate and so uh, I'm just running out of words right now. So they have this potential in them that they can face everything. So they're so just not taking no for an answer from the life also. Like life will be like, no, I'm gonna crush you down, but they were like, no dude, you're not gonna crush me down. I will stand up and I will manifest my life, and I will manifest this happiness, and I will be happy. No matter you have given me a bad childhood, no matter that you're giving me hard times, you have given me some kind, you have given, you know, you have not given people who were there for me emotionally, but I will change my life. I will change my life on my own terms. I will manifest it. And it's like challenging the universe also, like, you have to give me, I deserve that happiness and that love, and just and you're gonna have that because you're so consistent in your approach of having that. I'm just looking for the word that I want to say. It's Hindi, it's called ziddi, and that zid is gonna take you far to reach whatever you want, but you have to go through the transformation. Life is not easy for you guys. You're gonna have many sufferings, and you're gonna come out as a wise person. I would say you will be someone who will sharing your bad experiences to help other people. You're gonna be, you can be some kind of a public speaker also, sharing your bad experiences with people and how you came out of it, and you will have your happiness. But you have to adore the pain that you have right now. So if you like the video, if you like the messages from the Gibran, you can read the book. And if you like the channel, please like, share and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep contemplating. Bye bye. So hey, you guys who chose the pile on time, so let's see what the prophet has to say to you guys. So, and knows that yesterday is but today's memory, and tomorrow is today's dream. Who among you does not feel that his power to love is boundless? Let today embrace the past with remembrance and future with longing. So this is some lines from the book Prophet on Time. And what I get from this is that the prophet is talking about that yesterday is a history and tomorrow is a mystery, and our past is nothing but us remembering the memories. Past is just memory, and tomorrow is the hopes and desires that we want to fulfill. And even though we measure time, but time is it's not a physical entity. You're measuring something that is not physically present. It's infinite, and though it's considered as the fourth dimension, but it's just a line going from the past to present to future. And so what we can do is that we can remember our past, embrace the memories that we have, and we can only hope for the future, for better futures. And this is the message on time. And let's see what are the tarot cards for you guys. the world, the star, Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, the Justice, the Hangman, Queen of Cups, King of Wands. So let's adjust the cards. Servants. The first card that came for you guys is the World card. Maybe you people are some kind of travelers. You know, you love traveling and just maybe you people are some kind of famous. What I'm getting is maybe you're famous, and you're famous, or you're gonna get famous by traveling. Your work might indulge something that includes travel a lot, and if you have a desire to be famous, then you're gonna get famous by you're gonna get famous and you're gonna indulge a lot of traveling. And what I'm also seeing that if you haven't reached that point of your life where you're famous and to the desire where you want, so what I'm getting is that maybe you're someone who is actually focused on the past. You might have something in the past that was very dear to you, and you're just thinking about it and being sad about it. And you're not seeing that the universe is giving you something, some other cup, some other opportunity, but you're so sad about the past that you do not care about the new thing coming into your life. And you're just being stuck in the past. You have some maybe good memories of the past that you cannot forget, and you're just thinking about it, and you're reliving them in your mind all the time. And it's time that you see that past into from a new perspective. The Hangman talks about taking time, and it talks about the delays also, and seeing things from the other different perspectives. So if you had something, you're like I had these, I had this and that, and now what? Maybe it's gone, but the universe is saying that you need to think into other ways, that why that things are not anymore into your life, and the universe is giving you this another thing that is good for you, that's gonna make you maybe more famous, and you're gonna get more successful, you're gonna travel more, but you're so focused on the past. So it's high time to see the things from different aspect. And it also, the Justice and the Eight of Pentacles came. It also talks about that if you want this, maybe you're someone who are famous and used to travel a lot into in the past, and you're not doing anymore, maybe due to the condition. Yes, we can see the virus has locked us down. So maybe you're thinking about the times that you used to be traveling and doing your things, but the time has come where you're feeling stuck now, and the universe is saying that things will change. But the Justice card, it's a Saturn card, and it talks about the delays and the lessons that are to be learned first. And it also talks about that life is not only about the being only joyous all the time and just being happy. There are times where you have to just sit and relax, and there will come time when you will feel stuck. And it talks about working also, working towards your dreams. And if you want to reliving is like reading the same book when you already know the ending. So it talks about that changing your perspective about your life. Maybe universe is giving you something new and working on that new thing that you have in your life, and embracing that, you know. And Queen of Cups shows me that whatever you will be working on now, work it with your full heart, you know. And when you put some, when you put your effort and your emotions into something, it will turn out into something beautiful. And you will come into this King of Wands energy. You will find your passion again, and you know, and you will feel that king of like energy again into your life. Maybe right now you're feeling stuck, but there is something you need to put your effort and change your perspective about life, and you will see the results. It might get delayed because the Justice card is air, as you can see, as the time is going on. We're not able to do, put our efforts as much as we want right now. But you can work from home kind of situation. You can work on yourself in this period, and just don't stop working on your dreams. Find other ways. It also talks about that if you've been someone who used to work and travel a lot, find other ways to find that joy in working in some other ways. There are other platforms available, like this YouTube and social media. You can use those platforms to actually recreate what you had. And it might get delayed, but the hard work that you put will get you will get justice for that, and you will get the reward for that. And soon, as you can see, when you put emotions and efforts, you will find that passion again in that work that you will do now. Just find some other find some other ways to do it. Take some other path of doing that same work that you love, and put your efforts, and you will see the change. So this is the reading for the pile 4 on time. And like the video was cut down in between. So I was saying that as the message said by Gibran, that let today embrace the past with remembrance. So if you're stuck in the past, it's high time that you just remember those memories and be happy about it, and not to be stuck in that, and just work for your future now. Find some other ways, some other perspective, look the things in from a different point of view, and you will find what you have been looking for. So these are the messages for pile 4. I hope you like the video, and if you want to read the book, it's The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. And I'll see you in my next video. And like, share and subscribe, and keep working and forget the past.